Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, and in this video I'm going to be previewing the 1000 Guineas, which is on Sunday. I'm going to be giving you some stats and facts to help you try and find the winner, and also as well I'll be giving you my thoughts and feelings on this year's lineup, going through some of the rides that I fancy that will go well, and also as well some of the rides that I think won't go well as well. So I'll be giving you my thoughts and feelings on that. Now the first port of call that I always like to look at in these kind of videos is the records of favourites. Should we be taking on favourites? And the answer in this race is yes, you should be taking on favourites. You want to be getting your teeth stuck into an outsider, because favourites, they've got a pretty terrible record in this race. Only 2 of the last 10 favourites have actually won the race. The last favourite to win was back in 2016, and that was Altyn Orda's horse Minding, and then before that you've got to go back to 2008. So favourites don't have a strong record in this race, and it's quite likely an outsider will win it. You might remember last year Winter was an outsider. In fact, the outsider of all 3 Altyn Orda runners in the race, and Winter went on to have a really good campaign, won 4 Group 1. So you're looking for a good horse to emerge from this pack. So obviously it's always going to be quite a hard race to find. I think Winter won at odds of around about 9-1 as well. So you're going to be looking at that kind of odds maybe to try and find the winner of this race. And I've got a few fancies which I'll get stuck into in a minute as well. Also as well, you always want to be looking at some of the stronger stables as well, seeing what kind of record they've got in these races. John Gosden's got an okay record. Altyn Orda has got the best record in recent years. He's won it numerous times. I think he's won it around about 4 or 5 times in the last 10 years. So he's right up there with the winning trainers in this race. Also as well, Andre Faber's won the race before, Richard Hannon, so a variety of different trainers as well. So really anything could win this race. Also as well, Frankie Dettori's got a good record in it. Also as well, Ryan Moore has. He's been a very good jockey, winning the last 2 of the last 3 renewals, I should say. So he knows how to get the winner of this race, and he's going to be flying over as well from his time in the Kentucky Derby after riding Mendelssohn. So it'd be interesting to see how he rides, and he's going to be riding the favourite at the moment, which is Happily. And obviously with all the emphasis on Ryan Moore and Altyn Orda's record, definitely deserves to be the favourite. But I thought it was definitely worth taking on with the record of favourites. Was disappointing last time at Del Mar in the Breeders' Cup, where it ran a shocking race and probably wasn't his cup of tea. So it'd be interesting to see how it comes on for that. However, it was impressive at Chantilly towards the end of last season. So if it runs anywhere near that level, it's definitely going to be a player. But for me, I'll be taking on Happily. One horse that I thought was definitely worth taking it on with was Soliquay of Charlie Appleby, and William Buick is booked for the ride. Was really impressive over the course and distance at the Craven meeting a couple of weeks ago, and I was really impressed that day of how Soliquay really won that race, and I thought it was going to be an improver this season. Looked really well in the paddock. I didn't have a bet in the race, but I saw it on Racing UK when they were going around the parade rings, and I just saw that horse and thought, you know what, that horse looks like a good horse. And obviously it went and won the race. So Soliquay, I thought, had really strong form claims, and I thought 5-1 was a fair price. Also as well, there's quite a lot of other good horses within this race. Thought Lawrence was interesting, of Carl Burks, was a really progressive horse last season. I tipped it up on my YouTube channel a couple of times, and she did me credit and won. She won at Doncaster last year in an impressive race, and also as well, I believe she has won on the Rolling Mile before, so she knows how to do it at the track. And I thought, for me, Lawrence was a good thing for Sunday's racing, and could be a good each way bet. And around about 9-1 bookmakers at the moment, that could be a fair price. So Lawrence would go well in my opinion. Also as well, another horse that I quite liked was Altyn Orda, trained by Roger Varian. Frankie Dettori's been booked for the ride, around about 16-1 with bookmakers at the moment. I tipped it up on my YouTube channel last year when she got a 20-1 victory at the track, so she knows how to go well at the track. Also as well, she ran a good race behind Soliquay, finishing second, so obviously has some strong form claims with Soliquay there, but you'd like to think that Soliquay would keep up the form. So really, Altyn Orda would probably be an each way bet, but I thought at 16-1 that was still a good price as well. Also as well, Wild Illusion, another good thing. James Doyle booked for this one, was very impressive at Chantilly last season, beating a lot of good horses, and really I thought Wild Illusion, that had a chance as well. There's so many decent horses with chances in here. Also as well, Anonerium of Richard Hannon's was a good horse, won a very competitive handicap at Newmarket, and really, even though I've said about the stats and the facts, there's a lot of horses in here with form claims. If you really had to push me On my top 3 for the race, I would probably go as number 1, Soliquay. I would go as my second choice, I would go Altyn Orda. And for my third choice, I would probably go Wild Illusion. I just think that those 3 horses could go really well. Also as well, Lawrence could go equally well, but I just think Lawrence would be a little bit shorter in the betting if we were really confident that that horse was going to run a good race. And I think Lawrence will have a good season, but maybe she just isn't ready. And because she did everything right last season, I would like to have seen her in a stronger place in the betting. So for me, Lawrence would be a good each way bet if you had to ask me outside my top 3. I wouldn't put you off her, but it's not going to make my top 3, unfortunately. So they're my top 3. It's going to be Soliquay, Altyn Orda and Wild Illusion on my top 3. Let us know your records for this race if you've had good success over the years. Also as well, let me know your top 3 for the race, what horses you think will run well in this year's 1000 Guineas. So that's all I've got to say really. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You can also follow me on Twitter at LuckyLoads15 if you want to follow more of my work and stuff like that. So go and check me out there if you haven't done so already. That's all I've got to say. Please gamble responsibly and we'll be seeing you soon.